Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. Tonight I'm coming on with a tarot reading to give us clarity about what happened in the case of rapper Jay Stash. He currently crossed over, him and his 27-year-old girlfriend, who is known as a social media influencer. And the sad part about it was there are 3 children that have been left with this legacy. So today I'm just going to do a small tarot reading about what's going on here. So we can just gain some clarity about this whole situation. I know people are thinking, it's somewhat mental illness. They're thinking, oh, it's a simp, Instagram model, influencer type deal. So we're just going to be taking a closer look at it. So let us start by just praying out to the spirit guides, thanking you, spirit guides, for clarity, information, and insight that we can all use for better reasoning and judgment as we look to this situation to help ourselves and see what we need to focus on or what we need to do. And we thank the universal mind for opening up all channels to receive and relay the information with clarity. Let it be so, and so it is. And so, see what's going on here. Just going to get right into it. We've had a lot of these types of situations happening lately. And we can definitely see a little bit further. I got these coins coming out. Coins are coming out. It's letting me know I see a money situation. There's another one. Another coins. 9 of coins. Another coins. 5 of staff. Conflict. Really interesting. Because in the place of the problem, we have the death card. And then also, last, final card, the moon card. So let's just get a little bit deeper into the reading so we can understand, rest in peace, Jay Stash, and everything that happened. We ask Spirit to open up the door and the gateway so that we can gain clarity. So the Ace of Coins is coming up first. And this card, when I'm seeing this card, it's like in my head I'm getting a vision because I feel like there was a recent incident around Christmas time at a shopping mall. I see it in my vision. And see, this incident was revolving spending and loss of money. Okay. This is saying this is in the present. Okay, this is in the position of the present. What's going on right now? Of course, thank you, Spirit. As always, Spirit comes through very accurately when I open a portal with the cards. And this is the death card coming up, and it's in the place of the problem. So we already know what that means because this whole incident, unfortunately, culminated in loss of life. Okay? Loss of life. So, thank you, Spirit. We thank you for confirmation there. That's our confirmation that, Spirit is here in the reading with us, and we are on the right track as to finding out what's happening and what's going on. The next thing that comes up is the World card, and it's inverted. So for me, this really just rings out in total loss, and I'm seeing the vision of, the bags, the shopping mall. I definitely feeling this is around Christmas here. And there were gifts bought. There were things bought, okay, that, came from someone else. And when this young man realized that, he saw, that everything that he thought was his whole world, has now been diminished or has been taken away. So let's continue on with the reading. And then this card, the Hanged Man inverted, is in the place of the future. This is a crossroads card to me. Like, this represents the crossroads, crossing over, being on the other side, okay? If it were the other way, it would be a decision, but this way, it's like, no, it's over. It's done with. That's it, This person crossed over. These people have crossed over. So the Hangman inverted, this symbolizes, no real future, nothing gained, okay? No more decisions to be made, no more crossroads moments, okay? And then this other card here comes up, this Page of Coins. This card really, because I'm seeing a lot of anger. And I'm seeing the bags, and I'm looking at the bags. And this is more of a like, I can't give you what you need or want thing anymore on a material level. Definitely feel, because this card is in the place of the consciousness. And the consciousness just tells what people are thinking. What's happening, where the thoughts are going, the thought pattern. And this is saying, I can't give you something, so now you're getting it from someone else. I definitely feel that with this card very strongly as I look at this vision that I'm getting. And because it's in a shopping mall, I don't know, I just feel something about Christmas and Christmassy here, So this incident happened around Christmas time. Right before Christmas, like the day before Christmas. And then another coins card coming up. So this is about them coins, the bag, the money, okay? And young sweetie, she's an Instagram, influencer, but I kind of think that's more hype than what it appears to be. Definitely feel like she uses that kind of thing to, gain certain men's attention. And these are men who have money, providers. Because this Knight of Coins is saying this is in a root issue position too. This is saying, this person offered money, gave up money, He had them coins, okay? And that's one of the reasons why she was living in a place with him, okay? Definitely, I can see her using her position of, being a social media type influencer, to get different people's attention, and definitely, men who have something to offer. So that's what the Knight of Coins is telling me about this situation here. I feel it very strongly. And then we have another card coming up. This is another coins card, okay? And it's inverted, the Nine of Coins card. I always call this card the Independent Woman card. Like, this card represents to me, like, and it could be a male too, but this card represents an independent woman to me. In the Rider-Waite deck, it is a woman. Here, it looks more like a man. But this card's inverted. So this card is saying, yes, this person is not what they appear to be. Okay? There's something shrouded around this person. It's coins, it's the bag, it's money. But it looks more appealing than what it is. Okay? So I just feel like this is, Spirit is coming through here with the message of, yes, this person, this woman, she's not as independent as she says, because she can spend a man's coins, or she can be supported by someone else. Okay, so it looks like it's one way, but it's something else. And this another reason, guys, is the reason why she actually was living together with him. So they had created a situation that benefited both of them, you know, where, you know, these coins, the support was coming in, and she had a pretty nice roof over her head. But then something happened, okay? And what the feeling that I get with this card right now is that, these two cards represent lifestyle, okay? This Knight of Coins and this Nine of Coins. This represents a particular lifestyle that the person, I feel like, he was once, like, he had a whole bunch of money at first to impress her, okay? He had a whole bunch of money at first to impress her, and then the money wasn't coming through anymore. Okay? The money wasn't coming through anymore. So, with that being said, another root issue that Spirit is saying is it caused a lot of conflict. And also, this was a toxic relationship, because this card represents, like, really having, like, a string of arguments, fights, conflicts, but still being drawn to that person, in some way. And because of all these coins coming in, I definitely feel like he really made, his lifestyle seem a little bit more glamorous, than it was. And that's what she was attracted to. And him not having enough money, I definitely feel like she was at the mall getting, treated with some gifts, some Christmas gifts, and he found out. Okay, that was how he found out what was going on. She didn't have any plans to move on per se, but she was getting treated, you know, and the person who was treating her had a lot of money. Okay, the same thing that she was attracted to him for, that is the thing that she was attracted to the other person for. She's actually never, stopped talking to people on social media. It's just that, it was Christmas time and the person who she was talking to wanted to impress her. Again, the same pattern of going with, men who impress with their lifestyle or with money, okay? This is the type of thing that people are saying is a quote-unquote high value man. And so what we can get from that is we should never look for people based on how much money they have, okay? We need to look at their character. And also, another important thing to realize is that men do put up money to impress, but they may not always be in that position, okay? Depending on what their career or their job is. If there's something like a rapper or something like that, their job or their career is dependent, on, what's happening at a particular time, and if they're able to book shows and different things like that. So this is not a well-known rapper, Jay Stash. I mean, he's probably, I feel like he's like a local guy who, a lot of other rappers call them to join for like a show, okay? And they give him, some money for that, okay? So, the star card. This card, I definitely feel like this card is saying here, because this is in the place of hopes and fears. And by the way, well, the Five of Staffs that came up first, this is like the toxic relationship card. So, but that's saying like people still need each other, or they're still drawn to each other for a reason, okay? So, in the hopes and fears place, the star card comes up. This card is about baggage, okay? Letting go of baggage that people carry from like their past relationships, and this signifies like somebody from the past coming back, okay? So I definitely like, this is hopes and fears, so this is kind of sort of what's driving it, okay? Definitely feel like it's an individual, from previously, talking to him or whatever, then not talking to him, then talking to him again, and actually taking advantage of their the holidays and their, willingness to want to impress, okay? So that's what this card represents, this star card, um, and definitely feeling like someone from the past coming back. You know, I don't feel like they've ever really stopped talking. They stopped talking, then they started talking, then they stopped talking, then they started talking. Okay, and it really didn't get too serious in the beginning, but then all of a sudden it got serious because he wanted to meet up at the mall and take you shopping for Christmas and kind of impress you a little bit, to where, your rapper boyfriend, he can't really do that right now. He's not in a position to really be able to do that right now. Okay? So that's what this star card is telling us, okay? And then the last card. This card is in the place of the outcome, okay? When you're looking at the moon card, you are looking at illusions, okay? Meaning there's something going on in your life, a situation that you sense is not what it appears to be, okay? So Spirit is saying here in the outcome with this moon card, he really, thought that, or he wanted to believe, that she loved him, okay? But his instincts was telling him otherwise, and that's the reason why he definitely was watching her. I feel like he followed her to that mall, or yeah, I feel like he went there. I don't think he specifically followed her, like he was behind her, followed her, but I feel like he had like a GPS, tracking device like on her car. No, it's on the phone. I'm seeing the phone. It's on the phone. And so with the phones, they can see where you are or whatever. And, he was feeling something. And so, he definitely went there, ran into a situation with her. And I feel like his intuition with this card, his intuition was basically telling him, it's something going on. I really believe they had different fights and different arguments, and she was wondering where the money was at, because it wasn't no money. Well, I think he had a little bit of money, but just not as much as he had before. Okay, so this means your lifestyle kind of dwindles down and takes a little back seat. And remember, she herself doesn't have the coins. That's why this 9 of coins comes up inverted. But this here, this is telling us we need to, see past the illusion. So Spirit is saying, yes, his intuition was telling him he needs to look past the illusion. It's something not right here. Unfortunately, it had a negative effect on his outlook, and it caused him to really, suffer a real bad mood swing, I'm also hearing Spirit say, yes, he himself had like a substance abuse problem, okay? So not only is he having this mood swing because he found out that someone else was taking his old lady shopping during Christmas time, and he couldn't afford to do all this stuff that she had got. I definitely see a pink bag. I don't think it was a whole bunch of just expensive stuff, but I do see something jewelry there, and I do see something from Victoria's Secret. Definitely. And his insecurity ate him up, and it caused him to, really go off the deep end. Um, Everything he feared, he felt was coming to pass. Not that it was, but if you see another, you notice another man is taking your chick shopping at Christmas time. Yeah, I feel like that can kind of, be a warning, to you, And if you don't have that money coming in, what else are you going to do? So he basically offed her and offed himself over the fact that he could not provide her the lifestyle that he had recently promised her, And she definitely had been bringing it up lately because she felt like, definitely like he let her down. And she resented the fact that, she believed that he had all this money and, he could provide this, particular lifestyle. And now all of a sudden they're in a place where he can't. So yeah, she was resenting that. And she was looking at her opportunities and looking at her prospects while, everything that he felt that he had going, um, he was losing. Okay? He was losing. Um, Spirit is saying right now he already had lost someone in his life. I feel like he lost a brother. Okay? I feel like he lost a brother. A young man connected to him. They were brothers. And the young man was taken out. He lost his life. He was also gone. He went through a lot of grief and a hard time. So at the end of the day, he just didn't want to experience that again. And he knew, that he wasn't able to give, that same lifestyle, money wise, financial wise, economically speaking. Okay? He felt like he had been hit or lost in that aspect. So this is a good lesson for men too, because it's nice to be able to be a provider and have that money. But if you do too much to impress a woman, you create an unrealistic expectation from the gate. And what ends up happening is the woman becomes disillusioned or disappointed when you can no longer provide that lifestyle, okay? So this is a good lesson about character because, Spirit came through with this card in the place of the problem, okay? Character is very important because even when we make small decisions not to pay attention to that or to overcompensate because we don't have good character, we do set the standard or the stage for people to become disappointed. And people be like, I didn't sign up for this. Am I saying that this is right? No. But that is how, we become victims of our own madness, okay? By not confirming character in people before we befriend people or before we create bonds with them, okay? But her disappointment, her disillusionment, in the fact that he no longer, can put up with, put this certain lifestyle up that she's after, that she wants. Remember, she's a social media influencer, but Spirit was saying, she ain't really getting nothing from that. That's more of a look or an appearance, okay? So, she resented him not being able to come through with those coins anymore or not having those coins so he can, get her hair done and her nails done and keep paying the rent on that house. And she had to come through with some coins too after a while. So she was like, wait a minute, you know, she's that chick that, you know, wants it all or whatever, but, you know, she doesn't have everything it takes to have it all. So she's looking for some man who's going to give it to her. Okay? That's what that card represented. So overall in this reading, ladies and gentlemen, it seems like the message, you know, Spirit is giving here is that everything isn't always what it appears or what it seems to be. If you notice, at the beginning, you know, he came in offering this particular lifestyle, okay, that he could give. And she learned that that was not the case after a while. And then he was looking at, okay, if I got this money and everything, you know, and I can provide this lifestyle, this is a way for me to earn this woman's love and her attention, her affection, her admiration. But he soon learned that that was an illusion. If he doesn't have this money and he can't keep up this lifestyle, there is no equal exchange of energy with this person. There is no real love exchange of energy with this person. Okay, very superficial connections, very superficial type thinking, okay? This is trying to earn love and belongingness, and this is also trying to use people to get to another level in life. But it doesn't work out like that, right? Because Spirit is saying here, the problem is death. And they've gotten to another level, all right. You know, crossing over to the other side. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end this reading by saying thank you for coming here to my channel. Please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed the content. But definitely, we're looking at a case of, you know, a man not being able to provide a stable and secure lifestyle for a young woman who is really only interested in that. So, we definitely have to be careful. Pay attention, okay, to the vibration and the law of attraction that we attract people on. If we bring people into our lives with an illusion, then we kind of sort of end up living in appearances, okay? And it's not real. So, thank you for stopping by my channel. Thank you for watching.